All right, let's go ahead and get into some of those questions here on the 49ers Report submitted by you guys during our live Q&A. And obviously, we do this stuff every single week, so stay tuned for more of these. But let's see what our first question is, as you guys have been asking a ton in the comment section. And we'll start with Guesser, who says, if Sherman is not with the Niners, should we go after Chris Harris or Logan Ryan or find one in the draft? So Harris is too old. Logan Ryan, to me, is just a little too washed up, in my opinion, in terms of the age factor. I'd go for one in the draft. We talked about that in a little bit earlier. I think right now there are a lot of good cornerbacks in the draft. Get one in the first round if you really, really need one, but I think that they would look to draft somebody if Sherman leaves over signing or trade for somebody who's older. Matthew Zhang says, who should we sign when Sherman leaves? I mean, it's the same answer. You draft somebody. The free agent cornerback tree is nothing special. There isn't any big name guy. Remember, you had Byron Jones a couple of years ago. I think it was last year. Whenever he went to get Dolphins, whatever that was. He was like a big target. You had Darius Slay traded last year to Philadelphia. I think you draft somebody and you start fresh at the cornerback spot just from an age standpoint overall. Matt Hernandez says, what does the O-line have? Does the O-line have what it takes to stop Chase Young? Yes, but it's not just Chase Young. They have this guy named, I think Price is his name, who has 5.5 sacks. They have Ryan Kerrigan, who's still really, really good. This is a good defensive line. This is a top 10 defensive line in the NFL, maybe even a top 5 defensive line. This is a defensive line that gets after the quarterback and plays the run very well at the same time. The only reason they're 5-7 is because the offense has been bad. I mean, this is not a 5-7 defense. This is a really, really good, I should say, Washington defense that would scare anybody in the NFL, even if they played like the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are obviously the best offense. Niner Die says, trade for Carson Wentz. Okay, this is interesting. So this is definitely a possibility. So Carson Wentz obviously benched on Monday whenever he was, playing terrible as he has all year long. They put Jalen Hurts in there. And there was a CBS Sports report, I think just yesterday, if I remember correctly, that I read on Twitter that says the Eagles would be open to trading Carson Wentz. The question will be, how much? Will it cost a first? Will it cost a second? They say, and this is league sources, that it would cost a first. Now, this is not going to be you get a washed-up quarterback for cheap. A lot of NFL GMs still think Carson Wentz has what it takes. He's just in a bad system in Philadelphia. So I think Kyle Shanahan could fix Carson Wentz. That's the first question. Could Shanahan do it? I think the answer is yes. The question would be, do you want to give up a first-round draft pick to do so? That's tough because I don't think it'd take a first to get Stafford. I'll be honest, because Stafford's older. So tough call. I mean, if you could do it for a second, yes. A first, difficult because, again, Carson Wentz has been regressing a little bit the past couple of years, and there's no guarantee you could fix him. I just think Kyle Shanahan could. If you could fix Carson Wentz, think about this. If you could fix him, you're getting 2017 MVP-type numbers. I mean, the guy lit the league up 2 years ago and was pretty good the last couple of years. So, sure, but the price is going to be very interesting to go ahead and keep an eye on. I'll ask you guys this, though. Wentz or Jimmy Garoppolo? Who would you rather have? It's tough, right? I mean, right now you take Garoppolo because he hasn't, fallen off a cliff like Carson Wentz has. But under Kyle Shanahan, you think Shanahan can fix Carson Wentz? I think he could. I mean, why not? He fixed it. If he plays a lot of quarterbacks, it's been pretty darn good. CWJG, let me know down below in the comments section. MTX Mystical, do you think they're going to re-sign Ansah? No, I don't. I mean, this was a guy they signed late in the start of the NFL season, and of course he got injured. I'd be shocked. Unless he comes back on like a vet minimum and they want some extra bodies for training camp and potentially the depth chart, no, I don't see this being any sort of, got to have him back. He'll be good next year. He's had too many injuries, and the Niners, I think, understand that. Steve plays Roblox in Minecraft. What a name. What are the chances the Niners make the postseason? What do you want, a percentage number? I mean, 25, 30%. It's gone down. I mean, losing against the Bills has made it gone down. I broke this down yesterday. Here's the deal. Here's your current playoff picture. You see the Niners are, quote-unquote, in the hunt. They're at 5-7. You have to win out. Simple as that. They have to win out. If they win out, they will probably be a 7 seed, and they would probably go to Green Bay right now because 7-2 would be your first-round matchup. They got to win out. If they lose on Sunday, they're officially dead. I mean, literally DOA. That's it. They're done. I will officially say on the Monday show they will not go to the postseason, and that's a fact. But right now, still alive. So win out, possibility, they can do it. David says, Salah leaves, we hired Dan Quinn. Promote someone from the coaching staff to be our defensive coach. Listen, Quinn's the only name we can hear right now as a defensive coordinator because he's a former defensive coordinator who is a free agent as a head coach. He's fired by Atlanta after their 0-5 start. I think Salah will leave. That's the story here. For sure, he is going to leave. He's going to go somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe Jacksonville could make a lot of sense. They like their defensive coordinators. Who knows? But he will leave. And honestly, I have no idea if they want to promote or go ahead and sign somebody. I think they would look internally first, but there's no guarantee, and I have no idea where they would go. It's an off-season question. Hero Austin says, who do you think will make the biggest impact next year? Whoever the quarterback is, honestly. I mean, you You got your Mosterts. I think Devo takes another step forward. I think Nick Bosa coming back has a huge impact. Ayuk here too. Maybe Jalen Hurd, but whoever the quarterback is what happens. I mean, this is the reason the team has been struggling. It's the quarterback play because they've been injured. And now, if they get healthy and they have the right quarterback, this is a Super Bowl team. I'm not being biased. I think honestly, they were last year with Jimmy Garoppolo, who he was good. I've been defending him, but he wasn't like elite. Carson Wentz 2017, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff 2018, whatever. I think that right now the quarterback is the one that needs to make the biggest impact. And listen, they haven't made their decision at all. They have not made a decision on this. And so I think that this is something that is going to be developing in the coming weeks and months. And guess what? We'll cover it here. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the 49ers Report because this is the place to be. And if you guys are sub, type me down below in the comment section. I want to make sure. I think most of you guys watching right now, double-digit number, triple-digit numbers right here. I think most of you guys are sub, but I am curious who is Matthew. Of course, he is sub. We see his questions there in a lot. Hero subbed as well. Of course, the 49ers Report says me as well. I mean, of course, it's our own channel. Hero Lions from Chat Sports, me. Kevin Clement, me. Rocket Short Mango, me. I mean, yeah, there you go. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Keep spamming that chat. Make sure you guys are subbed right now. Most of you guys are, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being that way. Let's go to our next question from Anime Short Clips. We draft O-line. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you get guys back from injury, which of course you think you have one or two. I'm blanking on who they are right now. Whoever it is was injured this year. No, I don't think it's not a first-round priority. And the problem with O-line is if you don't go first or second round, then you just wait and go fifth or sixth and get a project. So they will, but I don't think first or second round. Ray Amador. Should Niner draft O-lineman Chris Humphrey from Oklahoma? He's good. I've seen him in person. He's very, very good. And obviously producer Sam, who's wearing his OU tank top right now, would have to agree. He's giving me a thumbs up on my other camera here. He is good. But again, I don't think O-line is your number one priority. I think defense is your number one priority. And I'd say cornerback and pass rusher are way more important than offensive line. And so, no, I don't think Humphreys will be an option whenever the Niners are drafting, which could be anywhere between like 12. Could be anywhere between 12 and 32 at the current point because they're not out of the playoff running. Chrono asks, who will you draft first in the 2021 NFL draft? Man, I wish I knew. It really depends on where you're at because there is a very clear pack that will go in the top 10. There is the Rose pass rusher from Miami. There's Micah Parsons, the linebacker from Penn State. There's Jamar Chase, the wide receiver. There's Jalen Waddle from Alabama. I mean, you obviously get Justin Fields. There's a couple other offensive linemen. The guy out of Oregon is going to go in the first round. I forget his name. There are a lot of names that will go in the top 10. And the question is San Francisco close? Because right now, 3 wins, 4 wins is in the top 10. Niners have 5. So are you 12 or are you in the postseason? I think it depends on what Sherman does. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's tough to see in the future. I'll have to go and shake my magic 8-ball after we get done with the show, and I'll tell you what it says. Follow me on Twitter at RealThomasMott. Before we keep going, the 49er face masks are still on sale. They just dipped a little bit right now in terms of their new designs. Chatsports.com/49mask. We wear masks for a while. I mean, I think we all accept this. We've worn them all year long, and we're right in December. So pick one up right now. A ton of different styles and options. That one covers all the way down. It helps it's cold outside. Also got the 3-pack, red, white, and blue. The link down below in the description box. Again, chatsports.com/49mask, the place to be. These next 3 we're going to see on your screen right now are sweet. Those ones are awesome. You're going to get any pack. Get those because I'm a big fan. And, of course, the 4-pack for the whole family. Great stocking stuffers at the same time. We wear them all the time. Why not rep the 49ers? 49ers, chatsports.com/49mask. That is the place to be to pick them up. Matthew Zhang and the Lions entering a rebuild. The answer to that is yes, 100%. The Lions are. They have said as much. They're going to finish last in the NFC North if they don't finish third because, of course, the Bears are really, really bad. But, yeah, and that's why we bring up the whole Matt Stafford trade because if you're really going to have a top 5 pick, and a lot of people are saying Detroit will be a top 10 draft pick, then just start over. I mean, they just don't have the talent right now. And so why try and, waste Matt Stafford when you could get a second-round draft pick for him? You get 2 second-round draft picks and then, get more draft stock, get a new head coach in there. That's why I think 100% the whole Stafford in San Francisco is being floated so much and why we talk about it multiple times here on the channel. Roshan says re-sign Hyder. They're going to try, and they better because he's been really, really good. 7.5 sacks, obviously filling in, playing snaps and numbers that he really wasn't supposed to get because Nick Bosa and Dee Ford were supposed to be there, and they're both done for the year. So I think they will try. Will someone offer him more than the 49ers will pay for it? Maybe, but I think they're going to try for sure to go ahead and re-sign Hyder. I think they should. I mean, why not? You got to go ahead and do what you got to go ahead and do. Welcome in more people into the show. Make sure you guys are asking questions. #49ers. Jose says, 49ers try out Josh Johnson at quarterback? No, they don't. And he was brought in as a practice squad guy, and we brought that up here on the channel. I mean, he's fun, he's interesting, but this is not somebody they want starting over Nick Mullins, who played well against the Buffalo Bills. I mean, honestly, the 2 picks, not really his fault. He played well. Physics Mania, big physics guy over here, says, why would you cut Dee Ford to re-sign Sherman? Would you? Yeah, I would. And listen, the problem is that Dee Ford is not signed next year. So he's going to walk in free agency, so you don't even have to re-sign him, right? So you just let him walk and then re-sign him, and I would 100%. Ford has been he's been an injury mess. It's just not somebody that you want on your football team long-term because of injuries. Okay, ask you guys this question, who you got? You've asked this before, but I'm wondering, you gave me score predictions. Are we taking the Niners in this one? Is there anyone in the chat, I'm going to pull it up right now, that is not taking San Francisco? Like, seriously, go through. I'm watching right now. Is there anybody in the chat that does not want San Francisco? Well, not want them, but is not taking San Francisco to win on Sunday? Let me know in the comment section down below. Type SF for San Francisco. Type WAS for Washington. MTX says SF. Gabriel says SF. Josh says SF. Kevin, Michael, Hero. Yeah, okay. I don't know. A lot of people are saying SF, so hope you guys are right. I mean, I feel good about it. That's what I said. I feel really good about it, but who knows? I mean, who really knows what's going to happen here? I think that is a very good chance of them winning this game. I don't see any Washington. There it is. Lucas says Washington. All right. Oh, Jake. Okay, we got a couple Washington people here. That's fair. I mean, I think that they're good. That's fair. That's fair overall. Okay, more questions. Let's see. Joseph has, do you believe the Niners, do you believe they will work on the offensive line a little extra this offseason? They've been horrible all year. I do not believe Trent Williams has held up his past. Part, I guess, is the word there. I mean, he hasn't been terrible. He's graded well. If you look at Pro Football Focus, he's not been like garbage. But I don't think you work on it a ton because I don't think it's been the main issue. I think in terms of focusing on, like player personnel, I think you look more to the defensive side of the football. Maybe add another wide receiver because you don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to do when he comes back from injury. But no, I don't see that as being number one on the list. But I think they're going to try and improve. Subhan Sharma says Kyle Trask. Listen, Kyle Trask is going to be jumping up draft boards. This season, he was a 2nd or 3rd round draft pick at best. Now he's probably going to win the Heisman. Look at the numbers. He looks like the Heisman Trophy candidate. He's the favorite this year. Basically, because there's nobody else. I mean, you literally look. They want quarterbacks. Obviously, I think Trask is going to win the Heisman. That will get him in the 1st round. Heisman quarterbacks don't go in the 2nd round. Lamar Jackson, 32nd overall pick, 2017. Tim Tebow won a Heisman and got drafted by Denver at like 26 overall. Even if you're bad, you get moved in there. And Trask has improved a lot. And so I think he might be the 3rd quarterback taken off the board. Unless it's one of these 2 guys. And our next question here, Trey Lance or Zach Wilson, of course, the BYU quarterback. I would rather have Lance just because I'm not sold. I don't know. I'm just not sold on Wilson as a quarterback. Maybe just because he's at BYU and they haven't really played anybody. And it's tough. No, I mean, listen, both of these, I think there could be 4 quarterbacks in the 1st round, whether it's Fields, Lawrence, Lance, Wilson, or Lance and Trask, or Wilson, Trask. I think any of the 4 would make sense. So we'll see what happens.